This is a fan-based parody. Star Wars is owned by Disney. Please support the official release. Welcome to Weekend Star Warriors. We are heading for Carrida.
Is that like a burrito?
The Stormtrooper homeworld.
Not every stormtrooper is a bad stormtrooper. A lot of the stormtroopers are quite kind to me.
They're our allies, we just gotta be nice.
Yeah.
Can you handle that? I'm worried.
What is your deal, woman?
Yeah.
And
This place is depressing.
Yeah, this is where I grew up.
Why is everything so heavy all the time?
Yeah, Creed has 5 times known gravity.
I can't get up.
Just more depressing, everything about it, you know?
This is a horrible way to live.
just so you know, you don't have any spice at all.
That's what you think.
You guys know that spice isn't allowed here.
Liliana, this place is the worst!
Last time on Weekend Star Warriors. A lot of shit happened. Liliana's parents proved to be far more welcoming than one would expect of lifelong Imperials. They served dinner, did karaoke, offered drinks, which caused Ping Pong to throw up the Kyber crystal, and even provided them with temporary passports, which would allow them to travel around the city unabated. There was a newscast on concerning the exploits of the mysterious nighttime vigilante of Carrida, the Laughing Lady, an interesting cross between the Joker and Sailor Moon. Liliana had always been a huge fan of this vigilante, and with her friends encouraging, they decided to set about to meet this hero, and possibly help her out. They started an investigation while alternatingly relaxing in and around the family's indoor pool. And now, we rejoin our heroes. Okay, as you look through all these comics and such, there seems to be a lot of indiscrepancies. Each grouping of the comic has its own version of who her secret identity is, even what species she is. Some she isn't human, what race she is, what her motivations are. In one of them, she's horribly scarred underneath the mask and is trying to make everyone else as scarred as she is. And it seems like they may have made all of these comic books as a means of misinformation to try and confuse people as to what her true identity is.
Are there any pictures in the clippings that are worth noting? Do I notice anything in studying those?
All the newspaper clippings of her are really blurry.
Right.
So we need to find a way to figure out if any of this is true, and if so, what part of it is.
Question about the blurry pictures. I at least should be able to see what size she is, what color her skin is. There's still information that can be garnered from an image.
There's a great deal of costume change and it's kind of tights. A little Spider-Man-y.
Okay.
In that you can't see any skin at all.
How tall is she?
She's about 5'8".
All right. And they're all a similar style, even if not a color. They're a similar style of tights. Even if she changes them, it's always a tight-fitting thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, you can see through some of the tights, but they always seem to alter whatever color her skin underneath looks like.
All right.
What if it's a team of people all taking on this one identity so that it's less likely they'll get caught?
Yeah, it was sort of an undercover group.
Well, Ping Pong, you notice that one of them is taller than the other.
Oh,
and seems a little differently sized.
All right.
So does that make them easier or harder to find?
Can I tell the difference in the dates of that clipping?
They're around the same time.
On the same time, so it could be people working together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. It would make the varied stories make a lot more sense because all of them could be true.
We've got to find this other ragtag group of misfits and team up.
Yep, let's be best friends.
Best friend.
Best friends.
Friend.
Shogo's watching all the movies.
Is it Clockwork Orange style? He's got his eyes clipped open.
No, he's taking notes and saying, why are some of these movies in subtitles in a foreign language and others not?
Depends on who made them, I guess.
Have you ever heard of anime?
Isn't that a holodrama?
It's a type of holodrama.
It's a
It's a series
holodrama.
type. It's a genre. It's a genre of holodrama.
Yeah. A genre
There are
upon a
also
genre.
genres of that genre within.
But the style is the same. I'm familiar.
Yeah.
So he's jotting down notes.
Dude, we've been vigilante fighters. Why don't we have a bunch of TV shows and movies based on us?
We've
You know,
started
yeah.
for like 2 months, man.
How long did it take her to get her first movie deal?
Yeah,
At
great
least
question.
10 years.
10
Yeah.
years?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
barely being recognized because of the atrocities that I have committed. I have committed.
Yeah, and you advertised it.
That is true.
You did
You
good self-promotion.
You
What?
sent a message like, come get me, bitches.
Me.
Which, understandable.
To be good.
Okay, now these are atrocities. She's doing crime fighting.
Yeah.
She's crime fighting.
And the stuff we do is to help the
Or they.
rebellion. We have to. Oh, sorry. To help the foreigners, and they need
Was
us
that
to
in
stay
character?
secretive so that people don't know that we're doing stuff with them. You know what I mean?
I've noticed some of these movies, they say that she's okay with killing, others say that she definitely doesn't kill.
Well, we were thinking already that it might be a group of people which would account for differences in behavior patterns.
Right, a team of vigilantes. Let's all
Yeah.
take on this identity to make it harder for...
So maybe they have one of them that's the violent wild card and another one that's the altruistic semi-pacifist.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Just like-
there should be a personality contest. What's the name of this superhero again?
Laughing lady.
Which laughing lady are you? Are you
Yeah.
pacifistic and
Sounds like
peaceful? Or are you the one who's down for murder?
Yeah, it's like a BuzzFeed quiz, but whatever that is in this
Yeah.
world.
Which laughing lady house do you get sorted into?
Put on the saltine cake.
You want to go and explore somewhere during the daytime or just wait until night doing your studying and then
I think
go
I
out?
want to go somewhere during the daytime.
right. I think we agreed to wait because
Well, the
No.
three of us are
Oh.
waiting, and Shogo
we
and
wanted to go.
Maklaw
someplace.
are going now.
Yeah, I want to go where it's the seediest place.
Oh, yeah, I'd actually like to join you on that.
I'm
If
not-
that's all right. I
You
was,
can. I'm
I'm
not
going
brave
to
enough for
go
that.
and just observe. I could end up maybe seeing somebody who is also just staking out their next criminal victim.
Right.
You know, like
Mhm.
if it's a group, they could have an observer out there.
I love that idea, and I wonder if I could tag along with you, but separately, if that makes sense. So that we can maybe take both sides of the room, and I'll take one and you take the other, and then we can report back on what we notice.
Yes.
So like
Alright.
one on one rooftop, one on another?
Sort of,
Yeah,
yeah.
one in one bar.
Well,
and
I was thinking like more like we could be walking down the street, whatever the area is, go observe and then find positions where like, okay, we can go to a cantina
Yeah,
where a
I'd
lot
like
of like criminals meet and we can take two different positions and observe the different people that are in there and then
that's what I thought.
get together and see who we think might be a person that might get picked off by this group or person.
I like that idea.
Zyzzix, you want to stay with me in the pool?
Yeah, this is fun. Let's keep
All
going.
right.
Study montage.
If you don't mind, I'll stay here. I'm not sure He leans over to Maklaw and whispers, I'm not sure I trust Zyzzix to stay sober enough to keep her safe.
I just nod. I'm like, make sure she's safe, even from those from within the house,
Mm-hmm.
if you know what I mean.
He glances over at the droids and nods.
Excellent.
And he holds up a little EMP grenade that he stole from Boba, just in case.
We nod. In approval.
Okay,
Good.
so Maklaw and Ping Pong are going out to investigate. The rest of us are staying at the house.
To research.
Research, watching anime and comic books and manga and stuff.
I'm
All
pretty
right, so
sure
we're
at
actually
one
going to
point-
do some actual grunt work here, okay, Ping Pong?
Oh, I'm ready. I love dive bars.
Oh, and don't forget your passports.
Got it?
We have those.
I'm pretty sure at one point during their day of like research and studying, Zyzzix comes back with like more snacks to see Shogo and Liliana just kind of like making eyes at each other.
Well, Shogo is still in full armor and
He can
standing
tell.
guard.
He can tell.
I got a
Right.
cramp in my foot.
As Ping Pong and I are walking down the down the street singing "Do diddy diddy dum diddy do," what do we see? Can we see anything?
Well, you are going to the docks of Carrida, which, unlike a water dock, is off the edge of the plateau. So you see a huge, gaping, practically nothingness for these docks that a bunch of ships are hovering against. You see a bunch of individuals working, unloading cargo and such, and you see several bars around.
Okay. Can we see what these individuals are unloading?
You see that they're boxes.
Yeah. They're boxes.
Yes, they're boxes. And this is in the middle of the day, so you know.
Okay.
Everyone is unloading stuff. It's not a seedy. I mean, it looks kind of seedy just because it's dirty.
So, all right, I look at Ping Pong and I ask, how many dive bars?
It looks like 3.
Okay.
So you want to split up, and I'll take one. You take the other, and then we can meet in the third.
Nah, just in case we should stick together in case if something were to happen.
All right, sure.
Just in case if I need somebody to punch somebody in the nuts.
Yeah, I got that covered.
All right.
Covered.
I go high, you go low.
That's what they say. All right. So, but we're not pretending to be together in the situation. So, who wants to go in first?
Let me go in first.
All right.
Let me look at the area, and then you can make your grandiose entrance.
Well, it's not going to be... I'm going to try not to make it grandiose this time.
All right, so I go in. Can I roll to see what I... like, perception?
Yep.
All right, so 14.
You see a basic bar. There aren't many people here right now because most people are at work.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that the bartender is looking over at you, and he is very excited because he's hoping he can, well, he reaches up and gets a huge jug of Wookiee Balbasher. And the only people you see are the people with no jobs, but still enough money to drink.
I see. All right. I'm not going to take the... I look at him and I decline the drink. I'm actually going to go with something non-alcoholic. Water.
Okay, he nods.
Bar.
He nods a little disappointed, and
I look at him and I ask him, what food does he have? Does he have a kitchen?
we got Angus-style Nerf burgers. The Monster Burger.
Okay.
We call it the Sarlacc Satisfier. It's got 12 patties of Nerf steak separated by cheese on each one.
It sounds like a cardiac arrest ready to happen.
Hey, if you can eat it all, you get it for free. Provided you eat it in 5 minutes.
No, I'll pass on that.
I walk in as soon as he puts that challenge down, and I take a table over in the corner.
It's only 10 credits.
It sounds interesting, but I don't think I can put that all away. Could I? In 5 minutes. It's enticing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it.
And should I roll for perception too?
Yep.
Right. Modified 20.
You see that someone pretending to sleep on the table is scribbling something, kind of carving it into the table.
Is it a man or a woman?
It's a man.
Right. Excuse me, barkeep.
Hmm?
Could I get one of those specials you were talking about? It's free, right? If I eat it fast, it's free?
If you eat it fast.
If I eat it fast, it's free. All right.
Okay. He calls into the back. We got 2 Sarlaccs here.
You're going to regret this offer.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. What would it be? Would it be brawn, like the eaters of the hot dog eating contest, or something else?
Well, we are eating something, so let's see what are the characteristics that we have to play with. Let's see. Presence? Not really, because we're not trying to lead anybody.
It's either willpower or brawn, I think.
Yeah, it'd be either willpower or brawn.
We'll go with brawn. No, willpower.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead and roll with the disadvantage to see if you can eat.
What?
It's a lot of food. You're tiny.
10.
I got 12.
Okay. Neither of you throw up, and you're still hungry, but you are only about halfway done with it by the time that the 5-minute limit is up. We've had people training for years to try and beat this challenge.
I want to try again.
Right now?
I just sit back and watch.
Okay.
Are you sure, little one?
Yeah,
Do you think you can fit it all in there?
maybe. Only one way to find
Are you
out.
going to finish the half that you didn't eat?
Oh.
We got a rematch here.
Now, if I get this second one, can I get both for free?
It's not double or nothing,
Why not?
because that's how it is.
It would be way more interesting if it was.
You'll have to roll 3 times now with disadvantage.
Why?
Because you just ate 12 patties with cheese in between each one.
And now you're going to eat another 12.
Yes.
Oh no.
You
Excuse me, I'm not feeling so well.
Better keep that in.
you are swirling and
in.
swirling. You've only managed to take maybe 3 bites out of the next Sarlacc Satisfier.
Can I get a to-go box?
Can you pay?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay, you pay 20 credits. Maklaw pays 10.
Yeah. God.
That was fun.
Big burger. Just really big.
Yeah.
Well, seen all I need to see here. I would like to see what's that person at the counter doing who was sleeping and scribbling?
Well, he's left. If you want to look over at the scribble,
Yep.
it says "fuck da police."
It's true.
Okay. So, do I see anybody around there? Let me look suspicious or not?
Nope. Or the only other person there is completely passed out.
I just walked into Moe's and I see Barney laying down on the floor.
Yep.
Alright, so I walk out and I go to the next one.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I already been there. I already left.
Yeah, you're there first. Go ahead and roll for perception. Or cunning.
12.
You see that no one is in here, and you don't see anyone behind the bar right now.
I'm still gonna sit down.
Okay, you sit down. Someone comes up wearing an apron, dusts it off, looks around, hands a napkin and a menu to you. What can I get you?
Well, what's on the menu?
Well, this is an Almanian bar. It's Star Wars equivalent of Armenia.
Oh, alright. I'll take some dessert, like a baklava. You got any of that?
Mm-hmm.
I've been eating a lot, so gotta top it up with some little sweet, you know?
Okay.
I've been eating a lot, so I gotta eat more.
It's the evil way.
Technically, sweetness convinces your brain that it's time to stop eating. So,
Maybe your brain.
so sometimes if you eat dessert first, it can convince you that you're less hungry, so you don't actually eat as much.
A great diet tool.
Eating dessert first is a great diet tool, I agree.
After several minutes, Maklaw, have you come in?
Yeah.
While the baklava is being made, he comes over to you, Maklaw. What can I get for you?
A drink.
What kind of drink?
Do you have any juices?
He pours you something and slides it to you.
I sniff it.
It smells like lemon juice.
I sip it.
It tastes like lemon juice.
Is it sweet?
No, very sour.
Is there anything to sweeten it?
You ask him, he grabs a bunch of maraschino cherries and hands them to you.
I drop a couple in to
Okay.
sweeten it up.
It does a little.
I sip it. And I look around. Do I see anybody else in there other than Ping Pong?
Nope.
I finish my drink, I pay, and I walk out and I leave.
Minus 2 credits.
Damn, I'm broke.
Has my baklava arrived?
Yes, it has.
So I eat it.
It is very light and fluffy. Every forkful of it easily separates from the other. You don't need to cut it or anything. And it's like practically eating clouded sugar.
Love it. And so then I do just another quick run around, now that I've satiated my appetite, run around the place
Do you
to
pay?
see if I notice anything a second time.
Oh. You notice in the bathroom There is scribbled writing. You can't read it, but you have learned how to take a rubbing of something. You know, kind of like what archaeologists do. So
Sure.
you can take a rubbing of it and ask Maklaw later.
All right, I'll do that.
Now,
And then I move on to the next one.
and do you pay for your meal?
I paid for it already before I looked around.
Okay, it was 15 credits.
All right.
Very specialty.
Mm.
Right. It's a fun outing.
Mm-hmm. One more bar. This is the seediest one that barely looks like it's still standing.
Right?
Maklaw, I take it you've gone in first because Ping Pong was looking at the bathroom.
Yep.
Okay, roll for cunning.
22.
Ooh. You spot someone walking into the men's room with a lump in his jacket and then walking out without the lump.
Okay. I go into the same restroom stall that he was in with the sense of urgency of needing to go pee.
Mm-hmm.
I go into the same stall. What can I look for?
Well, where do you look?
The toilet!
Where in the toilet?
The bowl.
Nothing in the bowl.
Around the toilet. The tank!
The tank. You find a small black vial that is opaque, and you can't see what's inside it. It is taped to the inner lid.
This might be either a delivery.
Mm-hmm.
It's a drop-off. Okay. So, I will... I don't think I want to remove it. Because if I'm caught with it, I could get major trouble. So, I'm going to leave it where it is. I'm just going to be watching. It's going to be kind of creepy. But I'm going to be close to the restroom, watching, trying to see if I can see an angle as far as who goes in and out of that stall.
Are you in the restroom itself, or just outside the restroom?
Can I be like that guy who hands the guys paper towels and, offers them or like...
Roll for cunning to see how convincing of a washroom staff you pretend to be.
You're not going to believe this, but I rolled a total of 25.
Okay. You've managed to convincingly find a towel rack
Yes.
and put it around your neck to make it look like it's a shock collar.
Ah,
To pretend that you are a slave here.
yes.
And you are waiting there.
I'm waiting for people.
Ping Pong. You haven't seen any of this, so you walk in and you don't see Maklaw anywhere.
Okay. What do I see?
Roll for cunning.
18? No, I'm sorry. Modified 20.
Okay. You, at the moment, see nothing. You just notice that it is very dirty,
All right.
very smelly. However, you hear a slight chuckle, which you recognize as Maklaw, so you know where he is.
All right. Right. Well, then I take a seat sort of in the corner where I can see who comes in and out, and I'm at the bar.
Okay, this one isn't as fancy as the other one. No one is coming to serve you or anything. The barkeeper is barely glancing in your direction and just sits back and reads his holozine. Nothing's happening.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna wait here for a minute. I do order a drink, but just a light one, but like still an alcoholic drink, so it's not obvious that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you get piss swill.
Piss.
All right, I'll take one
Or piss
will,
water.
please, Bucky.
Yeah, he gives you a piss water.
Right, thanks. And then I sit there with like a book or something that makes me look like I'm there to work on whatever I have to do.
Well, you borrowed one of the Laughing Lady comic books, so you're just sitting there reading that.
All right.
I guess while you wait, we might as well cut back to Zyzzix and Liliana and Shogo. So, what are you guys doing?
Researching, watching stuff, taking occasional pool breaks, living the dream.
And you?
I'm like, oh,
So
this is the first time she defeated Onion Man.
What does Onion Man do?
He makes everything so stinky.
He makes people cry.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then she defeats his crying making with her great laugh.
Sure.
And it just cheers everybody up, but so they can't cry anymore.
Shogo turns up the volume on the laugh, and all of you hear a very disturbing laugh, like something that would give little children nightmares.
This is your hero? This is terrifying.
Where have I heard that before?
Shogo, you've heard that before?
Maybe. He keeps rewinding and playing the laughter again and again.
Stop playing it over and over.
Maybe one more time and then silence and I'll remember it.
Okay, let me plug my ears. Hang on.
That is a 4. Nope.
Can I
Well,
make a check?
he's just sitting or pacing back and forth along the edge of the pool, continuing to think.
Can I make a check?
Sure.
I might not recognize it, but maybe I can, like, prompt him to... Ooh, okay. What is it?
Intellect.
Okay, 17.
Well, you can tell that it seems to be coming over a radio.
I don't
Or
think this
over a
is-
comlink.
Right. I don't think this person's actually here. It sounds like it's being broadcast. Does that help, Shogo?
No, it sounds like it was recorded from a comlink.
Oh, so it's a pre-recorded thing that's playing?
Yes, you noticed that.
Okay, yeah, I pointed out to Shogo.
Well, I noticed that it was the same laugh each time, but what do you mean recorded from a comlink?
Like, it's not a person actually laughing there. It's just them, like you said, playing the same laugh over and over.
He'll try to roll again. Nope. Still nothing.
Should need an advantage from...
Okay, fine. Natural 1.
Oh, jeez.
Boy, you are really not not feeling this research, I guess.
I know I've heard it, but I just can't remember right now.
Anything in your past that you've repressed or tried to? Anything you might have trouble remembering?
Well, I remember the first person I killed, the first person I ate, which was the same person, but no.
You ate a person?
Yes. There wasn't
And-
anything else to eat.
And you don't see anything wrong with that?
If there was nothing else to eat, he had to survive
I
somehow.
cannot believe this, Liliana.
People do it all the time to survive.
What was I supposed to do? Just leave a bunch of good meat there for the scavengers and bugs and stuff to get it while I starved to death?
I mean...
I hadn't
feel
eaten
like
in
there
3
are
weeks.
Other options you could consider. Okay, whatever. So did it happen during this? Whatever happened to make you eat a person? Was this when you heard her laugh?
No, I feel like I heard it after I graduated. So,
17. Probably didn't learn anything else. Or maybe I did, I don't know.
Play it one more time.
okay.
Natural 20!
True.
Okay.
There's a bug walker in the background.
A what?
An MTST.
And with that sudden bit of inspiration, Shogo remembers. Oh. I think I know who that is.
Ooh.
It's a recording, so we're not sure that the actual laughing lady is this person.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hope that she isn't.
Why? Who do you think it is?
I've heard stories about a certain student that went to the Carrida Academy. Apparently, she went a little nuts. There was a training accident, which the Empire covered up. Liliana, you probably heard about what happened with the MTSTs, that all but 2 people died in the squad.
Right.
They didn't tell you any more than that, did they?
No.
Well, apparently someone had replaced the practice lasers with real lasers.
Ooh.
And when she found out that she had just killed 2 of her classmates, she laughed. And laughed and laughed. and she went and killed the rest of them. And the Empire has tried very hard to cover it up, but that's where I heard that laugh before. I remember hearing a clip of the recording of her, and that's who it was.
Well, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
But the question is it actually the same lady, or is it just someone
Who
using
took
her
that
voice?
recording?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it's someone who took the recording, at least.
So it's someone who knows about the Empire's actions. I'm guessing they wouldn't be too pleased if this got out.
Well, from what you said, that it sounded like a comlink recording,
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it is the actual original one. So it's probably someone who heard the recording, who knew about the incident, and maybe this is kind of their private insult to the Empire, or trying to get people to be accountable for what happened.
It could also be like a veiled threat, you know, like, hey, Empire, if you try to stop me, guess what I'll tell everybody, you know? Because I'm sure they can't be pleased with what she's doing, but this might explain why she's been able to operate unbothered for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
I like this lady more and more.
We rejoin Ping Pong and Maklaw. How has your stakeout been doing?
We're still looking, I guess. So I'm looking at anybody who uses that same porta potty.
Okay.
Or that same stall, sorry.
I'm still sitting at the bar. Pretty quiet, I think.
After about half an hour, nothing happens.
Marky, could I get a drink?
What do you want?
What do you recommend?
$20 pint of beer.
What about a cheaper option?
A $5 shot of whiskey.
I'll take it.
All right.
So when's it get busy in here anyway? Hoping to make some friends, you know what I mean?
Usually around 3 or 4.
Around 3 or 4. What time is it again?
It's around 11.
Okay. Well, guess I'll wait.
Okay.
Take that shot.
Another hour passes. Do you take another shot?
Actually, can I see your menu, your bar menu? Can I get a little something to eat?
All they have is beer nuts and...
Oh, great. Are those complimentary?
No.
What kind of bar is this anyway? Yeah, I'll take some nuts.
Okay. It's $5. Comes with a free beer.
Great. Perfect. Yeah. I was going to ask for a beer anyway, so that works.
Okay. I'll give you that. And...
I start doing tricks with the beer nuts, throwing them in the air, catching them in my mouth.
Okay. Someone
Twirling
walks
around on my
in,
chair.
glances at you, continues walking, goes to the refresher, goes inside, sees Maklaw.
I greet him with a good afternoon, sir. Hope your day is going well.
Thanks. He walks past you, goes into the stall where the contraband stuff is, sits down. There's silence for a while. Then you hear... followed by a splatter of diarrhea.
Oh, come on.
It's just what listeners want.
Yeah.
So glad I tuned in to be in this episode.
So,
he,
what I do is, I take an air freshener and I spray it.
roll for spraying. D20. See if you can cover up the scent.
Do I add anything or is it just straight roll?
I'd say brawn or maybe agility because you're waving it around.
20. That's
Okay, you managed to cover up the scent. And, let's see. How bad is the scent? Ooh, boy. Okay, you cover up the scent, but you hear a slight clank of the back of the toilet, as if someone had lifted the reservoir lid and put it back into place, and you hear that over both the spray and the flushing of the toilet.
Excellent.
So, the guy leaves.
Mm-hmm. I offer him a towel to wash his hands after he washes.
Well, he was about to leave without washing his hands, but then he decides to go and wash his hands.
I nod, like, it's good sanitary practice to wash your hands after vacating your bowels.
He nods. He reaches into his pocket. I'm sorry, I don't have any tip for you. And he just awkwardly leaves.
I look at him a little disturbed because he didn't leave a tip.
He rushes out of the bathroom, out of the refresher.
Keep an eye on him.
He closes the door behind him and walks past Ping Pong and walks
Do I notice
straight.
anything about him?
You were able to ascertain that Maklaw is looking for someone, and Maklaw is in the bathroom looking for someone.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay?
So I'm still
Hopefully-
looking at this guy, right?
No, he's gone out of the bathroom. You're still in the bathroom.
Well, I kind of stayed close to him. Like,
Okay,
even
so
if he
you're
walked
leaning
I
out
wanna
of the
keep an eye
bathroom
on
door.
him. Yeah, I want to keep an eye on him.
Okay, he is rushing out of the bar, and Ping Pong, go ahead and roll for agility.
Okay. Natural 1.
You trip and fall on your face. He
Too
looks
many
back.
donuts.
Take one strain. He looks back and then bolts right out the bar door.
I run after.
Okay, roll for agility.
14.
Okay, you manage to keep pace with him. He is running really, really fast. He's all the way down 2 blocks. And Ping Pong, care to try and get up?
Yep.
Good thing I went for a jog this morning.
Yeah. Too bad I didn't. Hair up the dog. 9.
9, okay. You manage to make it out of the bar, and you see Maklaw already down half a block chasing after this guy. Maklaw?
I'm gonna try to catch up.
Okay. Let me roll for the guy.
I'm going to keep up with the guy, but still trying to keep my distance so he doesn't see me pursuing, even though I'm a huge looking.
No, he knows that you're chasing after him. He saw that Ping Pong was trying to get up, and he's just running as fast as he can.
Oh, forget that then. I'm going to chase after him to try to catch up
Okay,
and tackle him down.
go ahead.
21.
All right, he turns a corner, rushes down an alley.
Mhm.
You leap onto the side of the alley, pretty much do a wall kick off of one wall, then the other, and as he's looking behind him, you tackle him, and he falls to the ground, and he takes 4 strain damage.
Oh, okay. All right, so is he on the floor?
He's on the floor, and something falls out of his jacket.
Also, I was trying to catch up and I didn't roll anything.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
14.
Okay, you're right outside the alley. You haven't turned the corner yet, but you saw Maklaw jump in after.
Great.
Maklaw, do you want to try to grab him, grapple him, or what?
Yes, I am going to try to grapple him, but do I see the thing that he dropped?
Roll for perception.
I got a total of 9.
No, you don't see it.
Okay, so I am still trying to grapple.
Roll for Ron.
Total of 17.
He got a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
He elbows you in the face, take 2 strain damage,
Okay.
rushes away,
Uh-huh.
tries to grab at the little vial that he's dropped, and it pops open.
Uh-oh.
And by now, Ping Pong, you're there. You've turned the corner and see. A series of several tiny crystal shards, very similar in shape and size to the shard of the Kyber crystal from the very first episode,
Mm-hmm.
scatter out onto the ground, and they start glowing in various iridescent colors, mostly white.
I tried to grab one.
Odd
So from
spark.
the other end of the alley, I say, "Sparkies!" and then I run up.
Okay, roll for agility.
18.
See, roll a d4 now.
1.
You manage to snatch up one of them,
All right.
and he tries to get one from you, ends up punching you in the face, and grabs a bunch of the other ones.
All right.
Take 1 strain damage.
Still have it. Put it in my mouth and swallow it.
Oh god.
So, to recap, everything is monochrome here, and it's 5 times heavier than usual.
Yes.
You can see why you left.
Liliana, how are you so chipper?
Well, you know.
Emerald Squad, reporting for duty, ma'am.
You have a squad of stormtroopers?
Mission completed. Commencing the dance of celebration.
I just saw professional soldiers go for the professional clowns.
Yeah.
You have gotten soft.
Well, the rest of us are pretty soft, so
It talks.
I'm a she.
In fact,
You can talk?
you could. Yes, I can.
He talks too.
They're my fuzzy friend.
It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. No, I'm not. That's not the truth. This thing, I need to stop talking. I'm gonna eat more food now.
Thanks for listening to Weekend Star Warriors. I am your host and game master, John Ike. Star Wars was created by George Lucas and is owned by Disney. This game follows the basic rules of the Edge of the Empire role-playing game, and rulebooks are available for sale wherever books are still sold. Liliana Emerald was played by Megan Cordero. You can follow her on Instagram at Meganda88. Zyzzix Maklaw was played by Jeffrey Gardner. You can follow him on Instagram at Jeffa+. Ping Pong was played by Kat Johnston. You can follow her on Instagram at BirdieCat82. Maklaw was played by Edgar Cuevas. There's no need to follow him. He's already following you. Sound effects from soundboard.com. Music by Megan Cordero. Special thanks to Mike Christensen and Nadisa Cuevas. Please like, subscribe, and review, and we will release the next episode in a couple of weeks. Thanks for listening, and remember,
It's good sanitary practice to wash your hands after vacating all your bowels.